And the government has now embarked on a journey to mobilise more than 5 trillion shillings in the next 10 years under the newly established National Infrastructure Fund. The new corporate entity that has been anchored into law following a parliamentary approval and presidential assent will capitalise on commercialization of government assets in order to acquire the much-needed capital for infrastructure projects across the country. President William Ruto now says he is ready to face any consequences as the rollout of the fund officially begins. Kevin Mutai has more.
The leader of the majority party.
President William Ruto assented to the National Infrastructure Fund Bill of 2026 at State House, Nairobi on Monday, formally establishing a government entity that will mobilize resources away from the fiscal position to fund strategic infrastructure projects. Ruto says the country's financial space is constrained with no room for revenues from taxation or budgetary allocation to meet the demand for development.
Our projection for 26-27 is that 48.7% of our ordinary revenue will go into debt service costs. That is almost 50%.
I want to pledge and commit to you that whatever it takes, I will continue to lead from the front. Whatever the consequences, I will continue to lead from the front. Because you don't get the opportunity to be president anytime.
The president has defended the move while discrediting those accusing him of selling public assets, saying the fund is guided by the Government-Owned Enterprises Act that was recently passed by Parliament. He says the state is targeting to raise more than 5 trillion shillings through privatization of public entities for generation of 10,000 megawatts of additional electricity, water and irrigation, transportation network, airports and seaports. From the 106 billion shillings generated from the Kenya Pipeline IPO, the government will use 20 billion shillings to expand JKIA.
We are better off pledging 15 years when we can see a facility like Talanta Center standing, because then there will be no money to be stolen and there will be no money to be appropriated or to be misappropriated, because the money will be locked up in an asset that we can see.
Government parastatals such as the Kenya Airports Authority, the Kenya Ports Authority, the Kenya Railways Corporation, the National Cereals and Produce Board will be the pilot entities under NIF.
We have made the decision that these commercially viable agencies and enterprises will not be run by people with political connection. They will not be run by politicians who have not succeeded in their quest.
Experience from similar funds around the world show that clear objectives, strong and independent management, and openness in decision-making can build trust and attract investment toward initiatives that serve national priorities and benefit communities.
The government is committed to working with the private sector in the operationalization of the new agency. Kevin Mutai, NTV.